Smitten Bee Sting. So you can probably guess, yes, I know it says it on the label too, but you can probably guess it's a honey-based flavor. By the way, Smitten, I believe this is my last pint from you guys. I may have to look into another shipment here soon. So these guys are out of San Francisco. For those of you who don't know, fantastic ice cream made on the spot. Such a cool process to see. Highly recommend you go. One of my favorite shops I've ever been to. But they're kind of dabbling in the shipping game. Have been about a year now, but here we go. So I'm going to read this because it's a lot. So it's a collaboration with, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Chico Honey Company. So Chico Honey Company, they make this honey. This specific honey is they're third generation beekeepers, but this is a monofloral honey. I don't know what that means. I just know I do like honey. And it's made from the nectar of a Hawaiian pepper tree. Pretty interesting. So then, Smitten gets a hold of it, and they infuse that unfiltered honey with a blend of 4 types of chilies. That's right, we got a little sweet and spicy going on here. And then it combines it with their fresh milk and cream for a sweet and spicy honey ice cream. That's so delicious, we think it would make those hard-working bees proud. It probably will. Because I'm here to tell you, it's a pretty darn good flavor. It's very simplistic, meaning, I know it's a unique honey, but it's simplistic in the fact that it's just a base. So you see here, off-white in color, tan, shall I say? I don't know. Go ask your color guru. It's not me. I'm going to call it tan for this review. So this one's it's pretty cool, and it's an easy review, easy to describe. So upon first bite, I get this noticeably sweet honey flavor that is a bit diluted because of the milk and cream. It's good, but it's not as strong as you might expect on the front end. Now, once that settles and you're left, see, I have a problem where I just keep shoveling in my mouth, but if you stop and let it settle on the palate, on the back of the tongue, like I'm about to do because I'm not going to eat any while I tell you about it, the flavors come out dramatically. I get no milk and cream. What's left is a true honey flavor that is spicy. Totally getting the chilies coming through on the back end. This is all on the back end. I noticed honey on the front end with a little milk and cream, so a diluted, mild honey flavor. But on the back end, it's full-blown honey with some heat. There is heat. Kind of get that little tingling sensation on the back of your throat, you know? I can tell I've just eaten something spicy. So, in turn, that keeps me going back for more because I want that cool sensation to cool down that heat. And it does, it works beautifully. I recommend you eat it very slow, unlike I'm doing. Because if you sit 20 to 30 seconds between bites, you truly get a very authentic, natural, one of the best honey flavors I've ever scooped. And I've never had a spicy honey, but it works pretty well. It, keeps you going back for more. Slight minor issue I have here, and I will admit, this is a very old pint. No, not May of 2021. We're talking May of 2020. The texture's a bit off. So I will say, it's hard to hold that against them since it's a year and almost a half old. But none of the other pints I had that were this old, near this old, had this texture problem. So maybe it's something to do with the honey. I don't know. It's still, you can see it tempering around the edges nicely. It's still, it's soft, but it's it's not as creamy as I would like. It doesn't Doesn't temper nicely throughout. Tempers along the edges fine, but the middle is still a little hard. You can even argue maybe slightly icy. But that's just from scraping it, like you hear it. You don't get any iciness on the palate when you're eating it. But hands down, a very good honey flavor. That's very simple. It's simplistic, but also unique in the fact that you get that heat, that tingle on the back of your throat. Bee Sting from Smitten gets a 6.5 out of 10.